Hi, in this video we're going to be multiplying algebraic terms together where you might end up with powers in the answer. So for example, x squared or x cubed, for example. Let's just remind ourselves some rules from before in the previous videos on this. If in general we have letters next to each other in algebra, it means they've been multiplied together. Because we try to avoid the times symbol, the multiplication symbol, where we can in algebra. So we would never write x plus y in algebra. We would always write xy with just the letters next to each other. And similarly, if I had, say, 2xy, that just means 2 times x times y, right? All of them multiplied together. Also remember that if, for example, I had x squared, what that means is x multiplied by itself. If I have 3 squared, that means 3 multiplied by itself, 3 times 3. So x squared means x multiplied by itself. And similarly, if I had x cubed, that would mean x times x times x, where you're multiplying 3 x's together. That's what that little number there, the index of the power, tells you. Okay, let's apply it to here. This just means 2 times x times y times x. And remember, we always put the number first, the constant as it's called. We put the number first, so the number here is 2. So we put that on the front. And then let's think about the x's next. We've got x times by x. And as we saw earlier, x times x, we can just write it as x squared. So we're going to write x squared. And then we're going to write the only variable that's left, we've got y. Like that, with no time symbols. And also remember that we put these in alphabetical order. So the x comes first and then the y's. So that is the final answer there. What about the next one? Let's think about the number first. Well, the only number here is the 3. That's the only constant term. So the constant there, we've got 3. And then what about the x's? Well, I can see we've got this x squared here. There's no other x's. So we just got x squared in the answer. And then what comes next alphabetically? It's y. I can see that I've got y times y, and we saw that y times y is y squared. So we write y squared, and that's exactly how you should write your answer. 3x squared, y squared. Okay, the next one, getting slightly harder. What about numbers first? Well, I can see we've got 5 multiplied by 2, so that is 10. And then the letters, the variables in alphabetical order, P comes first. So I can see a P there. There's no other P's, so that's just P. Then I can see we've got a Q here, a Q here. Q times Q is Q squared. And then I can see with the R's, I've got an R here and an R here. R times R is R squared. And that is the final answer. It's 10P Q squared R squared. Final one. Let's do the numbers first. We've got 6 times 4 is 24. Then the letters in alphabetical order, A, B, then C. I've got an A here and an A here. Let's just highlight that. A here, A here. A times A is A squared. What about the B's? I can see we've got this B squared term here. There's no B's here, so we've just got B squared. And then finally, what C's do we have? It's just this C here, so we've got a C in the answer. So our final answer is 24, A squared, B squared, C. That's the final answer.